Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to see you all today. We have some very interesting news, some great news for you guys. We want to thank everybody who's watching us today and everybody that's been pitching in for the EIDL grant, calling your congressmen, calling your senators, and getting people on board for the EIDL grant for all small businesses regarding size or location, as Jacky Rosen has just announced again yesterday on her Twitter page. We put that video up for everybody to watch. I'm going to go over a quick bill. It was really cool, I thought. H-Res 62 is a resolution congratulating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and loyal fans of Tampa Bay Buccaneers for becoming Super Bowl champions. I'm just trying to remind you that the Bucs did to win the Super Bowl. Oh, look, there's another resolution congratulating the Bucs for winning the Super Bowl. Oh, look at that. Back to business. Just thought I'd put that in there. Go Bucs. And here we are. Like, subscribe, enjoy the content. If you do, like and subscribe. If you don't, like and subscribe anyway. We get better as we go. Okay, guys. So here's the Senator Jacky Rosen's reintroduction to the bill, which she reintroduced with Cornyn on the 2nd of March 2021. I'll read it to you. Rosen Cornyn reintroduced bipartisan legislation to improve critical program that assist nation small businesses. Today, U.S. Senator Jacky Rosen, Democrat from Nevada, and a member of the Senate Committee of Small Business and Entrepreneurship. Remember, she is a member of the Small Business Committee here, guys. And Senator John Cornyn, Republican and Texan, announced a reintroduction of the Ensuring Increased Disaster Loans EIDL for Small Business Act. So instead of economic injury disaster loan, they call this one Ensuring Increased Disaster Loans. That's what we need. We need to ensure that we get an increased disaster loan. So if you got $1,000, hey, it'll ensure you get 10, the way the Congress intended it to be. This bipartisan legislation would assist our nation's small businesses impacted by the coronavirus pandemic by providing an additional $15 billion for economic injury disaster loan EIDL advance grants. The bill would also remove the Small Business Administration caps on EIDL loans below $2 million, the threshold set by Congress, and require the SBA to provide the full $10,000 EIDL grants to all eligible small businesses regardless of size or location, as intended by the original CARES Act Rosen and Cornyn first introduced back in July of 2020. And I think we've probably read that act here on, that is like the Bible for EIDL grants. That was like the Old Testament. Now this is like the New Testament. Okay. As the economic storm caused by COVID-19 continues to threaten our small businesses community, it is critical that we take further steps to support small businesses in Nevada and across the country, said Rosen said. I'm proud to reintroduce this bipartisan bill that will provide an additional funding for EIDL advance grants, as well as eliminate SBA's caps on EIDL loans and grants to make crucial funding available to eligible small businesses. I will continue working to ensure that our nation's small business have the support they need to succeed during this challenging time. As the coronavirus continues to wreak havoc on our economy, this is Cornyn. Now this is Cornyn speaking. As the coronavirus continues to wreak havoc on our economy, Texas small businesses are bearing a tremendous financial burden, said Senator Cornyn. The EIDL program has helped many businesses keep their doors open during the pandemic. This legislation would keep and make sure that they are able to receive full assistance they need to stay afloat, to help get our economy back on track. And guys, this legislation for the full $10,000 EIDL grants this is no matter where you're located, dude, this would do so much. We don't even know. This would be the spark that would ignite the economy back to good. I mean, it's just an amazing bill. They don't understand the power behind this bill. I think Jacky and Rosen and Cornyn do. But anyway, I'm going to go on here. We're going to go to the background of this so we can scroll down here a little bit. There we go. Background. More specifically, the bipartisan Ensuring Increased Disaster Loans for Small Business Act would provide $15 billion in appropriations for EIDL advance grants. Prohibit the U.S. 15 billion. That's 15 billion more. That would do it. That would probably do it for us, guys. Prohibit the U.S. Small Business Administration from placing maximum caps below 2 million to the EIDL injury disaster loans, which have a maximum loan of 2 million, as established by the CARES Act. Currently, SBA has capped loans at 150,000 per business. Under the bill, all eligible small businesses shall receive EIDL funding in the amount calculated using SBA's current EIDL formula up to $2 million. So those caps are gone. You get up to 2 million for your business. Now we're talking. Prohibit the SBA from placing limitations on EIDL advanced grants. So that's what Carranza did in the past. I remember, Jacky, if you guys don't remember, I do. Jacky confronted Carranza about this at the meeting. She had Carranza on the rope saying, well, come on, can we not get the EIDL for these people? Can we not get the grants? Why are you doing this? And Carranza's like, yeah, we can talk about it. But Jacky Rosen had Carranza on the ropes with this. But she was dealing with the Republican Senate and Mnuchin and Carranza. Game over. But she's the only one who really pushed for this. And we want to take our hats off to her for that. We remember. Okay, prohibit the SBA from placing limitations on economic injury disaster loan advance. Under the bill, all eligible small businesses shall receive the full $10,000 grant provided by the CARES Act, regardless of size or location. Regardless of size or location. Now, we would love to know who put the stipulation that low-income communities only. I would love to know that, because I probably would. I'd throw them out there and say, hey guys, here's the face that kept that shut your businesses down. But anyway, but she's saying, regardless of size or location, COVID hit all Americans, not just small business communities, but it didn't stop there. It went into the larger communities and the bigger business. It went everywhere. COVID did not stop in low-income communities. It hit them hard. It hit them the hardest, they say. Me being a middle-class business, I feel like it hit me the hardest. You being a middle-class businesses, we're saying, no, it hit us the hardest. Bring us our portion as well, please. We need it. And this would also says require EIDL advance grants to be dispersed to eligible small businesses within 15 days. I love it. So within 15 days, that would be 15 days of proving that you are an eligible business. Require SBA to submit a monthly report to the House Committee of Small Business and Appropriations on the status of disaster loan account, including obligations, allocations, and amounts, undistributed and allocated allocations, obligations, and expenditures for all open disasters. And 3, estimate when the available appropriations would be exhausted. Now, with this said, I do have my little concerns would be all eligible small businesses. Does that mean if we were eligible on the first grant to receive a portion of it, does that mean we would be eligible for the 9,000, or are they going to throw something else in there that would just totally destroy us, that would totally knock us off the charts again? I don't think it would, because I really feel like this is the way that Jacky is going with this is the way it was intended to be. When we first got that first initial grant for 1,000, we're like, whoa, we only got 1,000. What happened here? I took the loan for 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, I don't know, whatever you took. And then I get a grant for 1,000. So would that mean that this would mean I was an eligible business to have received the full 10,000, or is there something else happening behind the scenes that we don't know about? We would like to know what that means by eligible business. This interview that she was doing at the committee for PPP, she brought EIDL back to the forefront and said, hey, let's not forget about EIDL, because when she made this announcement yesterday about the EIDL grants, EIDL had nothing to do with that talk, but she once again brought that to the forefront. And I want to know, that's a big thing when you're like, hey, we're here for PPP loans and what we can do better. And she's like, wait a minute, guys, we cannot forget about the EIDL grants that we promised the people in the CARES Act. We still need to do that. That was huge, guys. That was like a rubbing it in their faces like, look, guys, remember this? We need to take care of this business for small business. And remember, she's from Nevada, and she continues to say 99% of Nevada's small businesses, or of Nevada's businesses, are small businesses. 99%. That would be a boost for Nevada. It would be like 99% of businesses in Nevada are going to get this $10,000 EIDL grant. That's huge. Come on. And she's even saying taking not letting the SBA, putting that in there. Don't let the SBA mess with it like they did our last one, which I don't think Guzman would mind. I think Guzman would definitely say, sure, go ahead. I'm with that. She's with pumping the economy up, and if she's got us all in her mind, and of course she would do it. And another thing I'd like to say is bringing this into the Senate would be a breeze. Because first of all, we know that all the Democrats stick together, right? And there's another Republican on the side saying, I'm in as well. The bill is a shoo-in. This bill, if it goes to the floor as the economic, ensuring increased disaster loans, goes to the floor, it's a shoo-in. Here's how it goes down, even if it has to go this far. Okay, so Rosen is a member of the Senate Committee for Small Business of Entrepreneurship. So a member of the committee will drop a bill, say, ensuring injury disaster loans, EIDL for small businesses. To introduce a piece of legislation, they consult with this nonpartisan legislative attorney and in their chamber, in a chamber. And they go and they sit down and they write the bill up and put it into legislative text so that it will go into Congress and be read as a legislative legal text. And after that gets done, then they go around and they try to get co-sponsors. They send letters out to congressmen or senators saying, hey, can you co-sponsor this and help me sign it? They get some backup behind it. And that's what we do here is we try to go help them get backup and solidify this bill. Next, like if you're in the Congress, what the Senate will do next, after they've done their biddings there, they'll take their legislation and they go and they drop it in. And if you're in the House, Congress, they go and they drop the bill in the hopper, which is a little wooden box that you see in there when it's on that. It's a little wooden box. They go drop their bill in the hopper to go in front of the speaker, gets a hold of it, and then puts a number on it. So in the Senate, they don't have a hopper, but they go and they give their bill to the clerk, and the clerk takes it. They would get it, and they would write. If the Congress gets it, they put a HR on it, HR Res. .1 for the year. It's the first one of the year. So that resolution would be 1. The next one would be 2. The next one would be 3. HR 4, HR Res 5. Or in the Senate would be S Res 1, S Res 2. And they get the bill S Res 3 would be, so that's how that goes. So they get the resolution. Now they've got the resolution. So after they get the resolution, say in our case, it would have to go in front of a committee for the who enacted that bill. So the small business, it would go in front of the Committee of Small Businesses. Rosen would take it and give it to the Committee of Small Business Entrepreneurship. So they would go in and they would have a meeting and discuss this bill and go over it and find out what can be changed or what needs to be done with it and drawn up and if people agree with it. But in some cases, which is our case, hopefully, it can go directly to the floor. It can bypass the committee and go directly. The speaker can actually make a hearing for it and go through the procedures without having the committee hearing, which in our case, that would be great because we know that Schumer is the majority leader in the Senate. So he could get this bill and say, okay, let's do it. Let's go to a vote. They could throw it on a vote. And like you said in this bill, it says require 15 days. They would give the SBA time to get the systems in place to do all this. And that would be it. That would be cool. So this is what we got to do. We got to try to help get the backup behind this with the co-sponsors and get in touch with our local officials. It's so important, guys, that we get our officials on board with this because that's where the rubber meets the road, is the support that they get behind it. Like in Florida, we got Salazar down there, we got Castro up here, we got Bill Rackus, we got Rubio and Rick Scott, whatever. But we'll try. We got to try. We got to let this be known that, hey, this bill is helpful to us in our state that you were voted for in order to help. So, guys, we're going to go forward with this. We're going to continue doing some live to get some motivation and some energy behind this bill. Okay, guys? I'm trying to, I'd like to talk to Rosen just to get her to get on here and let us know if there's anything that we could do for her, or she can leave us a comment. We will be more than happy to do it. We need it. We need it. And we want to, once again, reach out and thank you to to the senator from Nevada for helping us. All right, guys, have a blessed day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.